So, we meet again. How you guys doing? Dan here. We will get started at the usual 2 o'clock East Coast time. Okay. In the meantime, I'll say hello to a few people who are coming in the room. And I like to say hi to Maddie and Julie, Josh and Abby, and Ian and Erica, and the Corleys are here, and William. Hi to Susie and Shmea, Javin and Johan, Oreo, Athavan, Ola, Kamaya is here, Ava and Chase, and the Tuttles in Saginaw, Abigail and Chester in North Carolina. Hi to Lauren, Holly, and Madeline. Clark in Iowa says hi. Jace, Ashlyn, Bo, hi from Michigan. The Marsan kids are here. Yay. Solomon and Zachary are here. Henry from Kentucky. Mattingly and Brady. Jonah from Boston. Wesley. Hi to all of you. Hi to Nora and Eloise and Tony the dog. Allison and Catherine in New Jersey. Braden, Michaela, Veronica, Madison and Mackenzie. The Peterson family. The Glass gang. William from New Jersey. Michael and Christina. Jacob and Amelia. Lucy, Daniel, Tyler, hi, Colleen, hi, Allison, Benton, hi Benton, and Keeley, Brennan, Casey, and McKenna, all of you, 4 people, cool, like that. There's 200 of us now. Lila, Elliot, and Tessa, and the Maslowski kids. Hi to Theo and Evelyn and Emerson, and Christian, Zachary, Ben, Laney, Andrew, Lucas, Ryan, Owen is here, and Maney, Keenan and Connor. Hi to everyone. We'll get started in 3 minutes. Patrick, Evelyn, hi to the Callaway boys, Mallory and Magnolia. Owen in North Carolina is here. Ariana, Gavin in Pennsylvania, Ella, and Jack, and Valani and Varuna. Hope I pronounced those right. Clark and Brooke, Katie and Colin, Champ kids, Alex, Erin, Kelly, Grant and Rose, Julia and Marie, Elliot, Evan, Ella, Lucas. Hi, I'm so glad everybody's here. We're going to have some fun as we always do. Josephine, Maria in Texas is here. Caitlin, Bryn in PA, Ryan from New Jersey, Jesse from Oakland, Gemma and Jeff. 274 of us are here and growing. You still have time. You've got 2 minutes to call your friends, call your cousins, call that kid down the street, tell them to get on Facebook Live so they can enjoy chapters 3 and 4 of the book today. Jason, the Kendrick kids, Mason and Cameron, Eliza and Carly are here. Ryan, Coral Springs is here. Okay. Dash is here. The Haugen family. Alex from Michigan. If your screen is frozen at all, come back later and watch this another time. The recorded version will look and sound better than this version for some reason. I don't know why. We got less than a minute to go. Hi from Kagan, the Mandel brothers in New Jersey. Elliot. We got over 300 of us now. Come on, we need some more people. Vivian, Declan is here. I better start paying attention. I better get out my notes. I got notes. I make a little script before we get started. You didn't know that, did you? Okay, I make a little script so I know what to say and what order to do things. Okay, so we will get started any second now when I will clap my hands and you know what I say, right? Okay. Excuse me, got a burp. I burped. Got my burp out of the way. Ready to go. Let's do this thing. It's a beautiful day, beautiful Tuesday, New York City. And it's time to... It's go time, baby. Hi, everyone. Dan Gutman here. I am the guy who writes the My Weird School series and lots of other books for kids, too. And let's get right to it with our question of the day, which comes from Lily and Wells in Georgia. And they asked, is Mr. Klutz based on someone you know? The answer is sort of. I visit a lot of schools, or did before all this happened, and very often the principal of the school, I would meet them, and they were constantly making deals with the kids. They'd say, like, if you kids read 1,000 pages or whatever, I will climb up onto the roof in a monkey suit and ride around on a unicycle up there, or something crazy. And a lot of principals seem to do this. It's a good way to motivate the kids to do stuff. So that's what Mr. Klutz is sort of based on. Not a real person, but, a bunch of principles. Okay, so let's get back to our book of the week, which is Ms. Joni is a Phony. It's picture day at school. And when I was a kid, photography was my hobby. I loved taking pictures. I had a dark room down my basement. I developed my own pictures. So I like to use photography in my writing. I was the photography editor of my high school yearbook. And I wanted to just briefly show you some of my cameras. I don't save a lot of stuff, but this was my childhood camera, my family camera. It's an old Polaroid. And you could see your picture instantly. That is, 60 seconds after you shot it, you could see your picture. And that was instantly back in those days. So this, for many years, was our camera. And then, when I got into photography seriously, this was my camera, my Pentax SLR. This got me through high school and college and many years afterwards. And this is a film camera, and a great camera. And of course now, this is my camera, sad to say. I haven't really used a regular camera in many years. Okay, so picture day at school, and AJ and his friends, in the last chapter, they went shopping with their moms for clothes for picture day, and that's where we ended up with chapter 2. And here's chapter 3, starting today. It's titled Picture Day. Okay, so we haven't met Ms. Joni yet. All right, you guys ready? Gather around. Your tablet, your smartphone, your laptop, your big screen TV. Let's get started. It was Monday. Picture day. The worst day in the history of the world. I know I said there aren't any zombies in this book, but did you ever hear about the picture day zombie? My friend Billy, who lives around the corner, told me about it. The picture day zombie is a zombie who only comes out on picture day. So he has the perfect name. If you ask me, that's just something Billy made up to scare people. Don't worry. There won't be anything else about zombies for the rest of this book. I promise. Anyway, I got dressed. My new jacket was really uncomfortable. My tie was cutting into my neck. I thought I was going to die. My parents were in the kitchen drinking coffee and reading the newspaper, because that's what parents have to do. It's the law. Before I could leave for school, they had to fill out a sheet of paper Mr. Cooper had given us. It was an order form so we could buy the pictures. Package number 1 is 2 8x10s and 2 5x7s, my mom told my dad. Package 2 is 3 8x10s and 4 5x7s. And package 3 is 5 8x10s and 6 5x7s. Which package should we buy, dear? I couldn't care less, Dad replied. My dad and me are a lot alike. The important thing, AJ, he told me, is to turn in this envelope and make sure you don't lose it. Money doesn't grow on trees, you know. Actually, it does, I told him. Money is made out of paper, right? And paper is made out of trees. So money does grow on trees. Go to school now, said my dad. Arguing with your parents is fun. That's the first rule of being a kid. I took the envelope full of money and put it in my backpack. When I got to school, everybody was dressed up in their new picture day clothes. You look very handsome, Arlo, said annoying Andrea, who calls me by my real name because she knows I don't like it. I do not, I told her. Ooh, Ryan said. Andrea said AJ looks handsome. They must be in love. When are you going to get married? Asked Michael. Andrea had one of those rolling suitcases with her. She opened it, and it was filled with mirrors, combs, hairspray, and all kinds of other junk girls use. Man, it sure takes a lot of stuff to make Andrea look good. She started fussing with her hair. That's when the most amazing thing in the history of the world happened. Emily walked into the room. Well, that's not the amazing part. Emily walks into the room every day. The amazing part was that she was wearing a ski mask over her face. And here's Jim's picture of Emily walking into the room with a ski mask over her face. There are only two reasons why you would wear a ski mask. The first reason is because you're going skiing. The second reason is that you're going to rob a bank. Bank robbers always wear ski masks. I guess they like to go skiing after they finish robbing a bank. I knew Emily wasn't going skiing, and I was pretty sure she wasn't going to rob a bank either. Everybody was looking at her. "Don't look at me," she shouted. "What's wrong, Emily?" asked Mr. Cooper. "Are you okay?" "I have a pimple." "Oh, I guess there are three reasons why you would wear a ski mask." Emily started crying, as usual. She took off the ski mask. Her pimple was tiny. Nobody ever would have noticed it if she hadn't been wearing a ski mask. And I never would have looked at her if she hadn't told me not to look at her. Emily's weird. "Don't worry, Emily," Mr. Cooper told her. "That won't show up in your picture. They can Photoshop that pimple right off your face." Emily stopped crying. We pledged the allegiance. And then an announcement came over the loudspeaker. "All classes, please report to the playground." "They're going to shoot the photo of the whole school," said Andrea. "I'm so excited." We had to walk 1,100,000 miles to the playground. There were bleachers out there, and most of the classes were already on them. Our school has about 500 kids. Our class lined up across the back row of the bleachers. Ryan, Michael, and Neil were all the way on the right side. I had to stand between Emily and Andrea on the left side. Ugh. Everybody was talking. Our principal, Mr. Klutz, came out. He has no hair at all. If we used hair instead of money, he would be broke. Mr. Klutz held up his hand and made a peace sign, which means, "Shut up." So we all stopped talking. He told us that the photographer's name was Ms. Joni and that she would be here any minute. That's when the most amazing thing in the history of the world happened. There was a noise in the sky. We all looked up. A helicopter was flying around. It was getting lower. Then it landed in the middle of the playground. And you'll never believe who got out of the helicopter. No, I'm not going to make you wait until the next chapter to find out. I'll tell you right now. It was Ms. Joni. And here's Jim's picture of Ms. Joni getting out of the helicopter. And that is the end of chapter 3. So let's do chapter 4, which is titled, "Two Heads Are Better Than One." Here we go. Ms. Joni was really tall and skinny. She went over and hugged Mr. Klutz like they were old friends. "Ms. Joni and I are old friends," Mr. Klutz told us. "We went to college together, and then she went on to become a famous photographer. Her pictures are in all the fashion magazines. It was so nice of her to come here to take pictures of you kids for picture day. We gave Ms. Joni a standing ovation. It had to be a standing ovation because we were all standing. "Well, hello and thank you," Ms. Joni said. "It is simply fabulous to be here. You all look fabulous, and this is a fabulous school. I bet my old friend Mr. Klutz is a fabulous principal." And here's Ms. Joni and Mr. Klutz together. Man, Ms. Joni sure says fabulous a lot. Just about every other word from her mouth was fabulous. Blah, 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 fabulous. Blah, blah, fabulous. Blah, 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 fabulous. Blah, blah, fabulous. Blah, 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 said Ms. Joni. See what I mean? "Miss Joni is really famous," Andrea whispered in my ear. "She takes pictures of all the supermodels." "Models have superpowers," I said. "That is cool." I wondered which superpowers models have. It would be cool to have superheat vision. Then you wouldn't need a microwave oven. You could just heat up your food by looking at it. "Supermodels don't have superpowers, dumbhead," Andrea told me. "They're the most famous models in the world." "I knew that," I lied. What is Andrea's problem? Why can't a truck full of microwave ovens fall on her head? "I bet you could be a supermodel, Andrea," whispered Emily. "People do tell me I have nice cheekbones," Andrea whispered back. "Cheekbones? What? Cheeks have bones? That's a new one on me. I felt my cheeks. They were all skin. I don't have bones in my cheeks. How would you be able to eat if you had bones in your cheeks? Gross." The whole idea of cheekbones made me want to throw up. Ms. Joni set up a big camera on a tripod. She told us it was a special camera that would slowly move from left to right as it was taking the picture, so it could get all 500 of us in the shot. We would have to stay perfectly still for 5 seconds while the camera moved across all our faces. "Okay," said Ms. Joni. "When I say smile, everybody stay still for 5 seconds. Ready?" "Ready," we all said. That's when I got the greatest idea in the history of the world. "Smile," said Ms. Joni. The camera was pointing at my side of the bleachers. As soon as it started moving, I jumped down off the back of the bleachers. "1," said Ms. Joni. I landed on the grass behind the bleachers. "2," said Ms. Joni. I ran across the back of the bleachers to the other side where my friends were. "3," said Ms. Joni. I climbed up the back of the bleachers. "4," said Ms. Joni. I stood up between Ryan and Michael. "5," said Ms. Joni. The camera was pointing right at my side of the bleachers. And here's a picture of all the kids on each side. The kids on one side and the kids on the other side of the bleachers. And AJ runs in the middle while the camera is moving. "Fabulous," said Ms. Joni. "Nice job standing still, everyone." "AJ, what are you doing here?" Ryan whispered in my ear right after the picture was finished. "I jumped down from the other side of the bleachers after the camera took my picture over there," I explained. "Then I ran over here." "Why did you do that?" asked Michael. "So I could be in the picture twice," I told them. "2 heads are better than 1. "AJ, you're a genius," said Ryan. "I should get the Nobel Prize for that idea." That's a prize they give out to people who don't have bells. Well, kids, that's chapter 4. Tomorrow we're going to pick up from here and read chapter 5, which is titled Fabulo. But first, how about the joke of the day? You guys ready for the joke of the day? All right. figured I'd pick a photography joke. Here it is. Why do scientists have cameras in the toilet? Why do scientists have cameras in the toilet? They want to see their PhD. Get it? They want to see their PhD? I like that one. Okay, get off the couch. It's time for you to stop staring at screens and join our friends Josh Salzman and Ryan Cunningham with our theme song. You know it. You love it. Do it.
My weird school, I'm AJ and my school's a mess. My weird school, before a school is fine, I guess. My weird school, where odd is cool, and the teachers are strange as a rule. Where Mrs. Yuckers is bonkers, and Mrs. Daisy is crazy, Mrs. Cooney is loony, and Miss Lady is zany. And then there's her principal, his name's Mr. Klutz, and man, oh man, is Batman nuts. My weird school, a million hundred hours long. My weird school, where normal things do not belong. My weird school, where odd is cool, and the teachers are strange as a rule. And my weird school, my weird school, oh yeah, it's my weird school.
See you guys tomorrow. Same time, same place. Read like crazy. Wash hands like crazy. Bye now.